What we're going to do today is we're going to have you guys come along with us while we install this AL4 on this brand new 2025 GMC Sierra. All right, we're going to take a quick look at the AL4 packaging. I've already cut the bands and the tape off the top lid of the box. You're going to notice how well this unit's actually packaged. First, take a look at it and you open it up, you're going to think, man, there's a lot of extra space. That cover's going to slide around. What's not going to happen is the cover's not going to slide around. It is banded inside a cradle inside this box, and so it's not going to have any movement. You got your bubble wrap, you have the instructions neatly banded to the bottom side of the cover, and then you have your hardware kit here. It's actually going to be taped, so even if the box does get a rip, anything in it, the hardware is going to remain inside the box. This box right here is going to contain our rails. It's neatly packaged, fully emboxed. Once you open it up, you're going to see that they are actually wrapped together nicely to help prevent any other kinds of damage. Let's do a quick walkthrough with everything that comes with the cover. You have your front bulkhead seal. You have your install instructions here. You have your rails. You got your rail clamps. This application calls for 6. You have your female buckles. And then you have your retainer hardware. We're going to actually start by prepping the surface for our front bulkhead filler seal. This is a alcohol solution. We're going to use it, and we're just going to wipe down this front bulkhead to clean it up to give that bulkhead a clean surface to attach to. Now we're going to install our bulkhead filler seal. The only tool you'll need is a pair of scissors. One tip is to ensure that you get the edge of the filler seal as close as possible to the bed cap itself, and we'll install the seal to the inside edge of the bulkhead. Now we're going to install our front bulkhead filler seal. You'll peel the backing tape off and install it. Just a tip, you're going to install this edge as close as you can to the plastic bed cap. You want 0 gap between the seal and the plastic bed cap so you don't allow any water to get inside the bed. All right, now time to install the rail. Take your rail, place it on top of the bed cap, slide it as far forward. I like to disconnect the prop rod. Now time to install the clamps. A tip when getting ready to install this clamp is you'll notice you have the ear here, which will install into the rail, and this is going to go onto the back side of the bed cap. You're going to see the top of the C-clamp is going to have teeth. That's going to go to the top edge of the inside of the bed rail. So it's going to install like this. Loosen up your bolt to where it's almost flush or just inside the inside clamp. So that way when you go to install, you turn the clamp sideways and you will install it into the rail, slide your clamp back over, and then you'll tighten up the bolt as such. This back clamp, you're going to want it to slide as far back as possible. Get it started with a hand. I always apply downward pressure on the rail and tighten it up. Once both rails have been installed, now it's time to place the tonneau cover onto the truck bed. When setting the cover onto the truck, we're going to check for squareness. We're going to look at the front bulkhead and make sure that we're almost to the front of the bulkhead in this scenario and that it's square across the front. And we're going to check the gaps on the gap seal. You can see here we're going to be looking between the gap seal and the bulb seal on the cover, and we'll check out the other side. Here we have the 2 styles of hardware. The hardware on the left is a knob that you can use to attach by hand, or the hardware on the right is a M8 nylock nut that you can use a ratchet to install the cover to the rail. For this example, we're going to use the hardware with a nylock nut on it. You can see this bolt is a T-style bolt. There is a T-slot on the bottom of the A panel. You will slide the bolt into the channel, and you're going to align this bolt up with the slot that's on the rail. We're going to finish installing the hardware onto the T-bolt on the bottom side of the cover. You're going to put your flat washer on, then your nylock nut. Take your ratchet and tighten up the nut. This next step in our installation is adjusting the slam latch and lock strike. To adjust the slam latch, there's 2 Phillips head screws on top of the slam latch. You'll simply loosen these up, and this will give you the adjustment in and out for the slam latch. Now we move over to the lock strike. There's 2 10mm nuts on the bottom side of the lock strike. You loosen those up, and that gives you the adjustment to move up and down with the lock strike. We're going to show you the best way to ensure your latches are adjusted properly, and that's shutting the cover and looking for any movement. If there's any movement, you need to adjust that lock strike down more. The final step is installation of the female buckle. You can see the back side of the buckle has ears that will grasp the front of the cover. You line up the screw and simply tighten it down. Thanks guys for watching today's video.